thoughts on Baker, Ireland? A guy like him, everybody's saying the career's over. We've seen Andy Dalton be successful in this league. I'm not saying he's Andy Dalton, but career not over. I mean, doesn't everybody need somewhat of a third stringer like this guy around forever, or no?
Yeah, I think it's proven now that he's the best he's probably going to be as a backup quarterback. He'll come in and win you some games. I mean, the kid's a dog, dude. He fights. He doesn't give up. So he's always going to have that. That's who he is. So I think he'll be okay in this spot as a backup. I think being a starter, I don't think you can trust him over a 16, 17 game schedule to lead you to a Super Bowl. But I think as a backup, I think he'll be fine.
Slide over there, shit.
Yeah. I mean, if somebody gets if there's injuries and shit, he's got to come in. McVay will dumb it down or whatever, and maybe just do some backyard ball, like, hey, you run this, you run that, and whatever. But I don't see him playing this week.
All right, let's go over to the next game here on my list. Noon slate, Vikings, Lions. This is a North matchup here. We'll start with Eddie. This opened up at 52, now 52.5. Also opened up around 2.5. This line currently sitting around, I think, 2.5, 1.5 maybe in some spots as I'm seeing. Oh, 2.5, 2 all over the place. Eddie, what do you got in this one?
The play for me is definitely the over. I love the over here. And I gotta lean towards it's probably I'm gonna wait to see if the Lions go up big or vice versa, probably get like 6.5, 7.5, something like that. It's just a surprise line. I mean,
you got Vikings 10-2, Lions 5-7.
Got you. Exactly. So, but the Vikings, they've been getting pretty lucky, and gotta probably roll with the Lions here,
Okay. Wow.
I like the over. The over, I feel like, is a lock.
All right. I'm gonna come in here because I know I'm gonna be I'm not gonna be a fan favorite here as we go to Ricky Nash. I don't know if he's fading him this week or going with him, but I'm gonna go with the Vikings this week only because I think it's not the right play. It seems wrong. I feel Lions-esque, and Ireland may talk a little bit about the rumblings of Detroit making the playoffs. I just got a small lean to the Vikings, and when I look to the total, I got to lean to the under. Knots, what do you got?
I'd agree with the underplay. These divisional unders have been insanely hitting at a crazy clip. This line actually opened, pick 'em. I grabbed as soon as this opened. I told you guys last week I lost my play on the Vikes. On the Jets against the Vikes, and I told you I was coming back and fading them again this week, and I'm doing just that. Definition of insanity. How do the Vikes keep doing this shit? I don't get it. This has got to be the longest streak I've ever seen in my life of wins in one-score games. I mean, what's that thing that you sent us earlier? See, if the one scores would have went the Hoppy way, they would be 1-11. Like, this is impossible.
Yeah,
it's not sustainable. I've been fading them. I'm gonna keep fading them until it works, and I think it's gonna work this week. I like how the Lions are playing, man. They're in good form. I like how their defense is playing. All around, they're in good form right now, and I think this is where the Vikes fall off. It's an anomaly what they've been doing. And I mean, they have like a 50-point differential in fourth quarters. It's the second highest against the Jets are the ones who have the first highest. So I mean, they're just pulling off these miracles in the fourth quarters, and I don't see it continuing. Give me the Lions, John. And I heavy lean to the under. Don't know if I get there, but.
Ireland, what do you got in this one?
Yeah, so what I sent out earlier to the group is from this person, Kelly Ford. It's the what if NFL standings. So it's all the one possession games. If they went the other way, what would everybody's record be? The Vikings would be 1-11, and they'd be on an 11-game losing streak. Giants 2-9. Let's see what another. The Eagles would be 6-6. Bears would be 8-5. Lions would be 8-4. Niners would be are 8-4. So to me this says like the Niners are a for real fucking team. But as far as this Vikings Lions game go, I'm with you guys. I'm leaning Detroit. This is the second time they're playing this year, and Minnesota beat them late in the fourth quarter to win that game. So this is a revenge spot for me and the Lions. And I just they're to me they're just a better team right now, in my opinion. But we'll see what happens.
All around, when you break down these box scores that Nazi send out, they're alarmingly freaky. How these teams are doing what they do. This is a really odd season for the Vikings in this Magic. So we'll see if it continues this week. And I can't stand that team. And I hate both of these teams being in the Bears division, and the fact that Ireland just had to open up the wound a little more and just wiggle it. I'm bleeding more that my future is just
all of our futures. Yeah,
is gone. It's gone. It's not gone. Is it gone?
I don't know. They're win three more games.
I got over 6.5 or 7 or
I
something.
thought the Lions' future was gone. That shit's looking alive now too. Never know.
Detroit might make the playoffs. All right, let's go to the next one here. Jets, Bills. Another divisional game here. 7-5 Jets visiting the 9-3 Bills. I've got 45.5 here, and currently 43.5. No drastic line movement here at 9.5. I'll open up here. The line movement is telling it, right? It's a divisional game. And I think the Jets after what happened this past week and looking at those box scores and numbers, I don't know if they were necessarily better than the Bills this week, but I don't even know who the Bills are playing. I haven't done my full research on this, but I'm just going to have to go ahead and lean with the Jets here. Plus 9.5. Yeah, it is a no-brainer. Maybe wait till it gets to 10. That's just the way I'm going in this one. We'll go to Eddie, Ireland, and then over to Knots.
I think I'm right with you. I do like the Jets plus 9.5, but I would wait to get that 9, like probably like 10. 10.
Eddie wants that 9.8.
Yeah,
Eddie's
right.
like, give me 9.8. I want 9.8.
10. But I say it probably ends in a 10-point game, or 9-point game, right on that edge, because you're going against Mr. DK. So
9.5 minus 105.
Yeah, it's a tough play, Mr. DK in the house. But I'm telling you, go ahead now, or Chris, then not. Sorry, Eddie, were you finished? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Chris. You like the over? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, this is my James Soul lock of the week. Jets plus 9.5. I think Buffalo's going to win this game, but I like the 9.5 because it's a divisional game. There's going to be some bad weather. It's supposed to be snow in the forecast. I just think it's going to be a close game, back and forth, and then the 9.5 I think is going to clear no problem.
Knots, what do you got in here?
This is a tough one, man, because everything's screaming Jets to me here. As you know, a team that dominates a box score as the Jets did last week and doesn't win the game, I love playing on them the next week. This is the Jets is off a loss. The Jets are a perfect 4-0 this season. Crazy.
Wow. 4-0.
The line's on the Jets. At Jets, the Bills laid 10 and a hook. Now they're at Buffalo. They're only laying 9 and a hook. Usually you get the standard 3-point move. Everything about this scream Jets, and some still tells me that the Bills are going to come in here and destroy them. I mean, the Bills must have took them light in that last spot. And that's embarrassing. They know what that point spread was. And for you to outright lose that game, you're supposed to be, the Super Bowl favorite. I'd expect a very, very, very full effort from the Bills here in this spot. I'm staying off this game. If anything, I'd probably play the under. These divisional unders at this point, you just damn near just blindly play them. I mean, they're hitting at that high of a clip. So.
All right. Yeah, I like that. I do. And the line
under in bad weather too.
Yeah, line is suggesting that. That's 2 games in a row now. Eddie's going against Knots. Eddie, you might want to recheck your card. Yeah. Next game, Ravens Steelers. We've got the Steelers at home 5-7 versus the 8-4 Ravens. Another low total here. This one I'm seeing opened up some spots at 38, now at 36.5. That's pretty low. 3.5 Steelers at home. We'll go in reverse order, and I will go back to Knots. Knots, what do you got in this one?
Another tough one. You want to play on the Ravens here with the whole injured player angle, right? I guess Huntley's going serviceable quarterback, I guess. I don't know how good he's going to do against this Steelers defense, man. It's a tough spot. This rivalry here is pretty even. I was looking it up. Tomlin against Harbaugh. Tomlin's up 16-5. But recently, you go back 5. I mean, the Steelers have owned the Ravens. And the Ravens know that, which makes me want to buy the Ravens here too. I really want to buy the Ravens here. I don't like Pittsburgh laying points. I like them catching points. Feels like a Ravens spot. I'm staying off. Don't like none on the total either.
Yeah, it's definitely definitely a tough one. Chris, Eddie, and myself.
I like Baltimore in this spot here. Like you said, Knott's the injured player. You know, people. I mean, even with Lamar, they really haven't been that good in the past 2 games. So maybe Huntley puts a little jolt into this team, and I mean, I think Baltimore can win this game. So I'll take Baltimore on the points.
Eddie,
definitely rolling with the Baltimore Ravens. I think they'll bounce back. The injured player, you know, I think that's a factor as well. So Ravens.
We're getting dogfight here. Super tough at 2.5. Got to go with the points. So, and the Steelers here. You know, this is not a money line dog of the week for me, but I do like the Steelers here. I think you know, Huntley's a quarterback that they picked him up for a reason, right? Very similar to Lamar Jackson, maybe not as tall, but I mean they're both pretty smaller as Lamar a little bit bigger. I don't think they lose too much of a step. I think you're right there, but it's a classic divisional game late in the season. Pittsburgh, towels will be waving. This could be a real close game. I think Ravens pull it off by 1. We see Tucker do what he does, continue to do what he does in that stadium.
Yeah.
And pull out a win. All right, let's go to the next game here. We got game of the week here for some, for others. Slam this one early. This one was at 7. And the Giants at home against the Eagles, now down to 5.5, 6 in some spots. I'll just be real quick here. Slam Giants +7 early in the week. That's what you got.
I did the same. The Giants as dogs
at 7 at home too.
7-1.
That's outrageous. Yeah, 7-1.
7-1, and they're still getting this many points against Philly, who they did pretty good stopping the run in the last spot. But I feel like this is a good matchup for the Giants. You know, they could run all over them. They got a few concerning injuries all over the Giants +7. Possibly might end up sprinkling the money.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's seems easy to me. Eddie, then over to Chris.
I like the Giants as well. Plus all them points, you know, +7. That's money right there. Not sure. I mean, a lot of divisional games. So I mean, you got to lean kind of under, maybe, you know. But I like the.
I don't know if I could do it under with Philly.
Not in this game for me. I'll tell you why later.
I'm Giants +7.
Okay. Chris, what do you got here?
Yeah, I'm also on the Giants +7. I mean, that's a show consensus pick there. It's
any concerns there? Any concerns there? And but you know what? No, continue to go ahead. Public.
Every pick's a consensus for the show anymore.
I know we're all
the same now.
Because now we're all it's like
we're all thinking the same.
It's all meshed, and now we're just. You know, because we're all writing the same thing. Yeah. Well, that's why I'm like, no. Well, I think I like the over in this game, by the way, because I think everyone's gonna take the under, and I didn't even think about the never taken under in a Philly aspect because of the power they have. But this game to me can easily be 17-17, 21-20, 20-20 at halftime, you know, barring any major weather out east. So eventually what happens is we don't even need to do a show because the people watch the show and they say, well, who's the first guy on? Next pick. But see, this is it. They put out show. That's why we need winning. You know what though?
We need you to be a square against the.
Going to go over to the Cleveland Browns visiting the Bengals, who surprised many. But we're going to go over to Eddie because the Bengals beat the Chiefs last week, and now the Browns are going into Cincinnati. 3.5 dogs here as it open now 6.5. What do you got here?
Love the Browns here. You know, they got a great, incredible record against the Bengals historically. And I got to ride with Deshaun Watson, man. Where's my massage? Where's my massage? It's all about the flip, baby.
I don't think it's going to be a happy ending for Deshaun in this game. I think this is a massive revenge spot for Cincy here. I mean, for what you said, because the Browns just have a great record against the Bengals. I think the last like 5 or 6 games they've won outright. So and Cincy's hot right now, man. They're feeling
so. Goes back even further than that. It's a crazy record.
Joe Cool is. I mean, the man's on a mission. It seems like, and I'm backing Joe Cool in this game for sure. Lay the points 6.5.
Nats, what do you got in this one?
Browns will be my money line dog of the week, as E Major said. And let's just go back in the Joe Burrow era. He's 0-4 against these guys. I mean, for whatever reason, they got his number. I faded the Browns last week, and Deshaun looked rusty as expected, but their defense still got the job done, or either that or Houston's just so freaking trash that it didn't even matter. I think Deshaun he's going to be in form now. I mean, he had his first game back with the boys, and they practicing all week. I think we're going to see a much better performance from him. I love this Browns defense, and not a great spot for the Bengals here either. I mean, coming off that KC win, I don't know. It is an important. I mean, it's still an important game. I'm not saying they're just going to completely look past it, but I don't know. I think this is a great spot for the Browns. I like a money line and plus points.
Yeah, I got to agree with you here. I'm not going to be my money line dog of the week just because you have it, and was one of the ones on my list. And just a fade of public play for me, and I do agree. I'll take Watson game 2. I could see it right now. Just running maybe for a touchdown, going for the pylon. They take a lead. Yeah, Bengals fall flat here. And yeah, I mean, I think Browns win this game, even though it's not my money line dog of the week, but it's Knotz's. And we are moving on to the Jags and the Titans. Jags big letdown against Detroit. Now go to another fade team for some. Tennessee Titans in Tennessee. 3.5 point favorites here. I'll start. What do you do here? I talked about this Tennessee team last week, and this is what they're built for. This part of the year, right? Run the ball. Cold weather. Blah blah blah. But I'm just going to go every other week with this Jacksonville squad. I know there were some injuries up front that they were tuning up. I think they're going to be fine there. I'm going to go
Trevor Lawrence.
Again, it doesn't sound right. Even though this is still I'm siding with the public here with Jacksonville at +4, possible teaser spot here for me. But that's where I'm leaning. I'm leaning Jacksonville here. Ireland, what do you got? We'll go to Knots and then Eddie.
So I hope this isn't. I'm just a fucking pissed off at the Jags, and I'm gonna bet against them this week. But I truly think that Tennessee's gonna come in and just run shop on them. I mean, I think they've won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They won the last 5 games outright, and it's just Tennessee gets back on track. I mean, they've lost the last 2. This is a perfect spot for them to get back on track, beat the shit out of a divisional opponent, and like they've said, they're going to run the fuck out of the ball. And this is going to be a Tennessee dominating game.
Where's the motivation for the Titans here? I mean, they pretty much have the division locked up. I've been betting the Jags all season. I don't know why. Yeah. I'm just gonna keep doing it. And the one time I missed it when I was in freaking Mexico taking a break. I didn't bet them against the Ravens. And I'm just going to keep betting. If you want to go into the playoffs healthy, are you going to go in here and just try to ram your foot down the Jags' throat? Like, it's not an important game to them. I think getting healthy for them is more important. I think they go in here and go through the motions. I think the Jags possibly flat out win this game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
they covered.
you are right
I mean,
about that.
the last time these two teams played was about a year ago, and Tennessee blew them out 20-0. So maybe there's a revenge spot there. I don't know.
Possibly. Eddie, what do you got here?
I'm rolling with CI. I like the Titans. I think they won by a touchdown. I understand what Knox is saying. They're not playing for too much, but man, the Titans, they turn up at this time of the year. So I'm gonna roll with the Titans.
Okay. All right, let's go to the next game. We've got the Texans 1-10-1 visiting the Cowboys in Dallas, 14.5. This one open up currently now at 16.5, some spots 17. Just absolutely outrageous nut candy bars all over the place. I will tell you this, though. Normally, this is a no-brainer, flat out Texas play for me. But, yeah, it's going to be a money line dog of the week for me here, and the reason for this is, I think Dallas is going to come into this game wanting to blow the socks off of here, and it ain't going to happen. They're going to fall flat, and it's going to be chaos in Dallas, and then they're going to get it back together. But this is my money line dog of the week. Let's go over to Ireland, Eddie, and we'll end with Knots on this one.
Yeah, I'm strictly taking Houston because the fucking line is so high. That's it. I mean, Houston fucking sucks. They're garbage. Dallas, everybody's going to say Dallas is going to blow them out. Dallas is probably going to be leading this game by a lot of points, but then there's going to be a backdoor cover in this game, in my opinion.
They probably win by 14, right? I mean, maybe 10. I don't know. Sorry.
Give me the 17. Fuck it.
Knots, or Eddie, and then Knots.
I'm with CI. I think you're crazy for saying money line dog of the week. Texas.
And what is that? 900?
We gotta get 900. We're going for ratings here.
I'm rolling with the Texans plus the points. So many points. I think that Texas rivalry, keeps it somewhat close within two scores.
Yeah, I mean it's the Cowboys versus the Texans. Who wins? Knots. What do you got here?
You don't lay 17 points in the NFL.
Hell no. Right.
You also don't bet teams like the Texans. So
shit. I'm not saying
you know what I do like though, DJ, is I think you're getting a humongous amount of value on the money line here.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yes.
That money line is it's overpriced. Dallas, they're gonna come in here thinking this shit's gonna be easy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's not like they're gonna come in here like fully focused. They're just gonna come in here like, oh, this is gonna be easy. Let's just go ram. It's not gonna be that easy. I could see definitely the Texans stand within the number. And I think, hey, at that much plus money, shit, why not sprinkle something on the money line?
I mean, why not? I'm not, but I know after the week 13 debacle, there's about $46.19 left in the FanDuel account. Maybe that there was so much deposited in FanDuel that I can't even deposit anymore. It won't even allow me until 2023. So it's a good thing.
Texas team total is 14.5.
Over
minus 102.
Yeah, they get 21 here. They'll get 21.
That's not bad.
Not bad at all.
That's a weird line though.
It is a really
102 or 105.
Yeah,
they're begging you to take the under there.
For sure. But you got to take the over there. All right, we've made it into the witching hour here. Somewhat show 3:00. Here we go. Chiefs, Broncos at home. This one's 7.5. Chiefs don't cover. They never cover. Now 9.5, 10 some spots. I'll start. Then we'll go over to Eddie, then Knots, then Ireland. I'm going with the Denver Broncos to cover this game on 9.5, and I'm praying to God on the over. I don't know why I took it, but the Chiefs have been in the red zone so many times and just haven't done it. At some point, you would think the Denver Broncos will get something going, but now I'm beginning to think they never do, and that's okay. I'm going to continue to take the over, though. We're going to Eddie, Nuts, and then Ireland.
Man, I wish I was a fly on the locker room wall. On the locker room when Melvin Gordon was playing Future talking about he could still smash C or
Oh,
Sierra.
yep.
Man, God. But I'm gonna roll with the Broncos plus 9.5. The Chiefs may win by 10. We'll see what happens. But it's gonna be closer than you guys think. The Broncos do have a good defense. The Chiefs never cover.
Great defense.
I pretty much guarantee, I was about to say the lock of the century is Chiefs money line by this 400 something. So you can take one of them 20-piece nuggets and make 5K. You know what I'm saying? Why not?
And that'll be the game the Broncos win.
I know,
Yeah.
right? I know. Oh, that's happened before with the Raiders a few years back. But yeah, man, I think the Broncos plus the points, that's the play. Broncos got pretty good defense.
Mm-hmm.
Let's ride.
That's what you got.
Sorry, DJ. Broncos 11-1 to the under.
Ooh.
I mean, you're trying to catch a major falling knife. These divisional unders, crazy clip as we talked about.
Right.
My play here, I'm playing the under. I mean, I see the Broncos doing what they've been doing, maybe put up 3 field goals, and their defense should keep the Chiefs.
Mhm.
Which crazy to me that the defense hasn't gave up yet. They're still playing out there. So
Yep.
I think they could hold the Chiefs to about 17, 16.
Yeah.
So
17.
I see the Broncos covering, and but official play, I'm on the under.
And maybe the Broncos defense is just like, fuck Russ. Like let's just go out there and fucking try to win the game and just prove that Russ is not needed. I don't know. It is weird that they are still playing at a fucking
crazy thing too is
dominant
that
rate.
If you do, I mean, their numbers are great,
Fantastic.
but they're not closing out the games though. They're not closing these games out. Like a lot of these games could have been won even by the defense, and they're letting the other team come back. And so I think I think the Broncos possibly might win this one. Crazy. That would kill a shitload of money line parlays.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And teasers.
I guarantee you KC is on every single one there is. So
Kansas City Chiefs team total 27.
Oh, seems high.
27. So what, they think the Broncos are going to score 18?
No, they just
Broncos 16.
Wow.
16
and a half.
I'll play that Broncos one under for sure.
Yeah, I mean the play for me, it's always going to be under. Whenever there's a Denver game, it's always going to be under. I don't care. You're already positive on the year if you played all the fucking unders on them. So might as well just keep going. I mean, they're just a shitty offense.
More than positive.
What's his name?
11-1, bro.
The head coach Hackett is just a jackass.
I won't.
I mean, this fucking guy. How did he get a head coaching job? I mean, what the fuck? This guy's got no clue what to do. He's overwhelmed. And now I will say this: the Chiefs. I feel like the Chiefs always let fucking teams back in these games. Maybe there could be something with the over, Dave, but I don't know. I doubt it. I'm playing the under.
Well, just like last week where you were playing the under in the Indianapolis game, I'm going to go with the over here. And I think this one finally gets there. The only thing that scares me again is that Broncos team not wanting to play for Russ and score, and it don't look right. All right, next game, Panthers, Seattle Seahawks. This one in Seattle. Seattle laying some points in the open here at 7, quickly shot down to 4 as Carolina heads that. Yeah. What do you got here? Well, Chris, then we'll go reverse order here. We'll go Chris, Knots, Eddie, then myself.
Well, all right, I'll start with our boy Ricky Parlay. His play is Seahawks +4. They win by a margin. Chalk of the week should be a new segment. I'm on Carolina. I think this is going to be close. The number is 3.5 for me when I made my pick. It's through the 3. I think Carolina can keep this game fucking tight. I think, don't the Seahawks have a divisional game coming up? I could be
San Fran.
Yeah, San Fran. That's right.
They're actually in a divisional sandwich spot as well, even though they played the low-life Rams last week. They're still the ex-Super Bowl champions. The Rams should have
won that game.
Well,
right?
And yeah, they should have. And it actually turned into a pretty physical game. I mean,
yeah. And Carolina's 2-1 straight up in their last 3 games. They're not going down easy, So I like Carolina in this fucking game.
I'm with you there, and all the same points. It's a horrible spot for Seattle, and I quite honestly, I just like what I'm seeing out of Carolina. And the craziest thing to say is they're still alive.
Yeah,
I mean, they could still go to the playoffs. They could win this division right now. I
Yeah.
like what their defense is doing, especially. I mean, look, they've held the last 3 games. They held Denver to 10, which we're not going to give them too much credit for that. They held the Ravens to 13, the Falcons to 15. I mean, that defense is getting in good form. They got rid of Baker's bum ass finally. Now, I mean, Sam Darnold, he's Sam Darnold, but he's the best quarterback that they got over there. And yeah, I love the Panthers here in this spot.
Andy, what do you got here?
I'm with odds. Definitely like the Panthers. Wish I could have grabbed that +7. But something interesting. I watched the 100 Times X Club show with the $1 Million Marco, whatever. He said he was riding up to Rivers Casino and placing $100K on Panthers +3. I was like, God damn, motherfucker got some balls. He must know something, fuck around and find out. So we're going to roll with the Panthers. I'll probably put him in a teaser or something, but we'll see.
Bro, that dude is so fake.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, my Lord. How much are the books paying him to do these things?
My play in this is the under for Carolina and the Seahawks.
Sorry.
All right, no, you're good. Let's go to Buccaneers, 49ers. 49ers at home, 5.5-point favorites. We got the resurgence of the Buccaneers after what they did against the Saints on Monday Night Football. And the 49ers, of course, Brock Purdy is now the starting quarterback there for the foreseen future for now. What are you guys' thoughts on this game? We'll start with Eddie. We'll Knots, myself, then Ireland.
Man, Tom Brady's back in true form. I got to fade Giselle. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to roll with the Bucks. I think Tom Brady, his back's against the wall. He won, tough game. I like the Bucks.
In theory, you'd want to buy San Fran here, injured player angle. And, the matchup-wise, they should be able to destroy the Bucks here. But I saw that look in Tom Brady's eye last week. And, I mean, this has been a horrible team, ATS. They've burned me all freaking year. But I think they're due for some upward movement. I've been saying I think they're going to get hot. I think the NFL is going to help them. The NFL, I don't believe in a script, but I do believe that the NFL is a business. And Brady being in the playoffs is good for business. They don't want the Falcons or the Panthers or one of those bums to come and win that division. Don't be surprised if you see some of those you sneezed on the quarterback fouls on Brady, some ghost PIs. I think the NFL helps them get the W here. And San Fran does have the Seahawks on deck, which you wouldn't think that's much of a look ahead, but the Seahawks are right on their ass in that division. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, that's a very important game. So,
yeah, I agree. I agree with you here. And it's not, there's not some exotic numbers or, tickets on either side here. And I think that is telling in itself. And I'll take that with Mr. Brady over the situation if Garoppolo were there, right? Totally different situation if that were the case. But I'll have to take the Buccaneers here. I think, Brady's had a couple of weeks. He looks like he's shaking this shit off. I still can't believe it happened Monday night, but happy with the +3.5. Money line bettors got to be sick to their fucking stomachs. But we'll go to Ireland here. What do you got in this one? I like I said, I like the Bucks, and then on the total, I actually still disgustingly lean to the under. I don't know how, but go ahead.
All right. So everything you guys are fucking saying makes sense to me to take Tampa Bay, but I'm not. Nope. I believe in this 49ers team. I think they're gonna be something similar to what the Celtics are doing right now. Just fucking dominate. Doesn't matter who you put in front of them. They're gonna go out and they're gonna fucking dominate. And I think that's what the San Francisco team is doing right now. They're just dominating people. And this fucking Bucks offense, I mean, well, I feel like we're all just kind of caught up in like what Brady did to win the game. How about before the fucking fourth quarter and all that shit? This fucking, and even all the games before that, this fucking team sucks. There's no way, in my opinion, there's no way that Brady's gonna be able to do a fourth quarter comeback in this fucking game. I'm gonna lay a 3.5. San Francisco. I mean, Brady might play tough, and because he's back home and whatever, blah blah. But I think this game. I think San Francisco wins this game by maybe by like 6 or 7 points.
Wow, it's steep. That's going to take a valiant defensive effort. Let's not forget the Bucks have a good defense as well. That's why the under in that total is so damn low. I think they're underestimating a little Purdy. Got a little Purdy. I see a little Purdy.
So he's Mr. Irrelevant.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, well, let's see what he does this week. Because last week, you know, they weren't able to prepare for him. This week they can prepare for him. Great fucking defense in the Bucks defense.
Sure.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, coaching
I just think Shanahan. I think they're on a fucking mission, dude.
Oh, that's
That
why
defense is fucking sick. They don't fucking give up fourth quarter points.
Yeah, that's why the under. You know, I think there's something there. But again, that could also mean fucking chaos if there's strips and fumbles. And we all know Brady don't scramble, so expect a couple of.
I know.
All right, let's
start getting those ghost PIs, man.
I love my pick.
That's a great call. It's a great call. How many Coors banquets will Ireland be throwing at his TV in the garage when we see a PI late in the fourth to get the Bucks to cover?
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say I love my fucking pick, but when I feel this way, and then when Knox brings his storyline to the table, I'm like, fuck. You know, because
I'm not talking shit to you no more. Because every time I do, every time I do, I lose.
Don't do it. That's why
I'm not saying a word.
Not hasn't said a word since this segment started, and I had a feeling that was why. So let's jump into Mr. Sunday Night Football here. So see, I asked for it and we got it. I didn't want consensus. We start getting it. Now I'm like, no, I don't like it.
It really hasn't been the past couple picks.
No, it hasn't. It's been chaos ever since Rick had Chalk of the Week segment brought to you in part by Chuck Crayola. He had the Seahawks. Anyways, Sunday Night Football. We'll start with Knots. The Miami Dolphins. Tua is expected to play. Obviously had the the ankle in the last game where he got rolled up a little bit there. But the Chargers here. I like the Chargers. Money line dog of the week. Go to Knots.
Yeah, I'm in complete agreement with you. This was going to be my jam solo lock of the week. I want the points though. So let's look at this scheduling spot for the Dolphins. I mean, road. They just played San Fran, a very physical game. I don't know if you guys watch that shit. Now they're sitting in Cali. They're sitting in Cali for a week. What do you do when you're sitting in Cali for a week?
You go to the beach, baby.
You go to the titty bar. You go to the beach.
Coladas.
You out acting. They are not focused on football. They got another road game against the Bills on deck.
Oof.
This is a horrible spot for the Dolphins. And Herbert, as a dog, that's his role.
Yeah.
3-1 so far this year. You don't want him as chalk, but as a dog, I heard this crazy stat earlier. If you would have teased Herbert as a dog on a 6-point teaser, you would be, since he started in the NFL, you would be 16-0. He is the guy you want as a dog, and it's because he gets down and he just makes these crazy ass fucking plays and he backdoors some shit. And I think that's what happens here. I could definitely see him winning the game, but I think either way, I think this is like a 1-point game. I mean, this is a horrible spot for the Dolphins. Fish ain't doing it yet.
Eddie, what do you got?
I like the Chargers as well as an underdog. That's a crazy stat that fucking, you tease fucking Herbert. Yeah, so I'm rolling with the Chargers, man. I think the Chargers played the Chiefs real hard. That was a coin toss game. The Chargers are, they're fighting hard. They're trying to get in the playoffs. Chargers +3.
If they win this game, they'll be 7-6. Ireland, what do you got?
So this game, I'm with you guys, man. I love the Chargers in this spot, dude. Getting 3 points at home, fucking. This is the Chargers' fucking spot to bet. They're a tough fucking team. They don't give up, man. Herbert always keeps them in these fucking games, and so give me these points. Give me the points. For our boy Ricky Parlay, he's on the Fins money line, man. He booked the Fish money line -120 earlier in the week. So he loves to fish to win this game outright.
He's going with based off what happened last week there probably, but I love it. I love it
Hey,
even more now.
another crazy stat. The Dolphins off a loss this season. Guess what their record is? 0-3.
They're,
I was gonna say
they're
0-3.
yeah,
0-3. They're not the team you want off a loss. When they lose, it's almost they go on a streak, and I mean they've only done this 3 times, but they go on a streak and then they just they lose and then they just kind of breathe out. Everything about this spot
opposite of the Raiders.
Yeah.
Raiders build off success. Dolphins kind of go the other way.
Monday Night Football has been pretty good for me. And when you look at the New England Patriots against the Arizona Cardinals, Cardinals 4-8, Patriots 6-6, going into Arizona, 1.5 point favorites. This is one where I might be fading Bill Belichick in New England here. Just going with Arizona. I just got a hunch here. I'm going to take Arizona in the points. It's something's not right here, and the total here is
44.5.
It's a tough game. I don't know. Let's go to Knots, then Eddie, and then we'll end with Ireland.
This is a tough spot. I mean, everything in me, I want to take New England, but I'll tell you what, this will be public chalk on Monday Night Football, and I will never be on no public chalk on Monday Night Football.
No,
I gotta try to find some way to. I can't just bet Arizona just because I'm fading the public, and I can't find anything to make me bet them. So
here's something you could go off of. The Patriots struggled against the Chicago Bears, so that's something you could go off of. Eddie, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm rolling with the primetime dog. Got to Cardinals. I don't know if any new games came. Is Kyler Murray playing or no?
He was playing. Didn't he play 2 weeks ago? Like, wasn't 2 weeks ago that time when he was like, he said like we were fucked schematically or something. I think that was.
He's playing.
Yeah, he's playing. So I like the Cardinals, especially if he's playing.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Ireland, go ahead. What do you got here? You're not buying it, are you?
I'm not buying AZ. I can't. Like, there's just too much going on with the fucking whole offense. Like, that's the part of your team that should be scoring points, and they're having trouble getting on the same fucking the same page and scoring points. I just can't. I fucking hate Arizona. I hate Kyler Murray. I fucking hate Kingsbury. I love Hopkins, man. He's just sitting in fucking no man's land out there, man. He needs to get out of there. But at the same token, New England, they were all yelling, screaming at each other on the sidelines last game. Fucking the quarterback's yelling at the OC, stop running the fucking ball. We suck or whatever he said. They're just. I don't know, but I'm just going to believe in Bill Belichick, and I'm going to take New England. But I mean, the line is 1.5. It's fucking weird. I'm assuming it's just because I don't know. That's a weird line. I'm just going to.
Because you're going to have a lot of teasers on the Patriots. Or excuse me, the Cardinals.
The line is steaming up now.
Yeah. So listen, this is one of those ugly ass games that could be simple, right?
Yeah.
I could see Judon doing his thing here, but
let's see what happens.
How many fade in the public on Monday Night Football? I mean, it's pretty much undefeated, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's fucking phenomenal.
Can this continue?
Yeah, it's tough. And so far, it looks pretty even. I think everybody's,
Sunday night's been the public's been cashing Sunday night and they've been losing Monday night. Maybe we get the reverse here.
All right, let's wrap up here. Final thoughts as we head into week 14.
Final thoughts. Looking forward to the football, man. I like the Browns, like the Chargers. I think this is going to be a underdog week.
That's what do you got? Final thoughts as we head into week 14. By the way, did you have good vacation?
Yeah, it was really good, man. Much needed.
Good.
We just kind of went out the blue because I was I don't care how strong-minded you are. I think I talked about this a little last show, but this shit will get to you sometimes, and it was starting to get to me. I mean, you doing this shit every fucking day of your life, it starts getting to you. And I went and took a break, got back home, got smacked again, and guess what? It didn't bother me one bit. I didn't lose an hour of sleep. I woke up the next day, got right back to it, smacking NBA. NBA is going insanely good. Whatever the shit show happened on Sunday, I'm already almost back from that. And I'm coming for that ass this week. I'm like the Jets, 4-0 off a loss, baby.
You're like Deion Sanders in the press conference at Colorado. We didn't come to kick it. We came to kill. And
I'm coming.
It was well, and I want to paint this picture because for somebody like yourself who plays every day and plays so much live action, on top of what goes in, and I feel like I need a break, and sometimes it's just Thursday, Sunday, and Monday, and how much rides on that for you? Yeah, you've got to be in that mindset of, all right, got smacked on Monday, now it's Tuesday, and I could see it being good because you're playing every day, right? Yeah, you might have a bad stretch or a bad day, but you get it. You always get it,
Well, as you guys know, in NFL this year, I've had a different strategy, and I've been playing lower volume and high, really, in some situations, very high wagers, and I think that kind of affected me a little bit because I'm sitting here working all week on NBA, and then 2 NFL games, and I'm getting smacked for all that I just worked for all week, and so I just had to go just clear my whole head out. Remember,
does it have the reverse effect though? When you have those two new, let's say the plays are two noon slates, they're in, and they happen to be 220 pieces, they win. Are you now like, I'm gonna jump into 3 o'clock slate? Or is the discipline there? You're on to the next day.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, whatever spots I'm picking, I got them picked by about Thursday. I know everything I'm gonna be betting come Sunday, and no matter win or lose, none of that's changing.
Okay. Ireland, and we're gonna dig into more of that. Obviously, we're gonna have a whole series here eventually on that as we dig into gambling and a whole. Another level as we get more free time here doing this shit. Ireland, final thoughts going into week 14 here.
I mean, so as far as this show goes, like our lives, I mean, we're up on the season. All of us are. So it's just stick to the course. We know what we're doing. We're picking fucking winners. Stick to the course. Don't waver. Don't start rethinking your fucking whatever. It's week 13 or week 14. We're positive. Just keep going with what you're doing. I think this week, as far as this week goes, there's some divisional dogs to pay attention to. I think we're gonna have a good bounce back week, boys. I really do.
All right. Well, that's gonna do it for this week 14. We've got some Thursday night action there. Jamsel locked the week. Their pick was the New England Patriots on Monday night, so they like the Pats to roll against the Cardinals. I don't have any final thoughts. God bless America. God bless the PD and the good cops out there. Got pulled over by the feds tonight. Nothing happened though. It was a great conversation with a great officer. Drug task force, knew what he was doing, but I countered. And God bless America. It's a good state. As always, place bet because you believe so, not because you say so. And
you know what time it is. Break the book. Run!
Run!